Welcome to Clay It Again. In this game, your mission is simple. Sculpt faster than your opponents while following the ridiculously fun and sometimes ridiculously tricky challenges. Just make sure the guesser can work out what on earth you've actually made, or else you'll be frozen out for the round, leaving your opponents with the chance to score instead. To start, give the green Clay It cards a really good shuffle and place them in a pile on the table. And for your first game at least, put the tricky Clay It cards back in the box. Next, give one player the guesser card, and as sculpture is an ancient art form, we suggest giving it to the oldest player for the first round. Give every other player a pot of modelling dough. If you're playing with 8 players or more, then split the dough in half. Remember, dough can mark and stain surfaces, so if you're worried about that, now is a good time to grab a plate or piece of paper to play on. First, take a Clay It card. Show everyone except the guesser what is on the card. This is what everyone will be sculpting. Now the purple challenge cards will make your sculpting harder and will also add extra laughs too. However, for this first game, just while you're getting used to it, we suggest playing without the challenge cards and at the very least, removing the spicy ones. However, when you do feel ready to add the challenge cards in, this is the time to pick one off the top and show everyone. When everyone knows what you'll be sculpting, it's time for the guesser to close their eyes. Next, shout ready, set, dough! And remember, you're all making the same thing as fast as you can. Now when someone feels they have finished, that player shouts stop! And everyone must immediately stop and hide their sculptures with their hands. No touching or tweaking is allowed while the game is stopped, and the guesser can now open their eyes. The person who shouted stop now shares their sculpture with the group, but they cannot point, gesture, communicate, or touch their sculpture while sharing. The guesser gets one guess at what the sculpture is. If they guess correctly, the guesser and the sculptor both get a point token. However, if they guess wrong, that sculptor is frozen out for the rest of the round. The guesser closes their eyes again, and everyone who hasn't shared their sculpture yet says "Clay it again" and keeps sculpting. The game continues with players continuing to shout stop and sharing as they're ready until the clue is guessed correctly. Now, if only one player is left, give them a 10-second countdown to finish. If the guesser still can't manage to guess, no one scores. When the guesser does manage to guess correctly, both the guesser and the person who made the winning sculpture each take a point token. Each new round, everyone is back in. Take a new Clay It card and a new challenge card and move the guesser card one place to the left. As you get better at the game, you may also choose to use the tricky Clay It cards. They aren't for extra points, they're just for fun, so it's almost time to declare a winner. Now with 5 or less players, the game ends when everyone has had 2 chances to be the guesser. And if you're playing with 6 or more players, then each player will be the guesser once. And declaring a winner is straightforward. The player with the most points tokens at the end wins. They are a true star sculptor, so give them a pat on the back, and if you're ready for another round, why not Clay It again? For further detail or any questions, take a look at the rule sheet where you'll find more in-depth instructions and answers to tricky questions. But that's enough to get you started, so hand out that clay and go ahead and enjoy Clay It Again.